Hope you can hear me okay with the wind noise. Yeah, so today we're gonna go to try and do the Toronto Bluffs. Sorry, not the Toronto Bluffs, Scarborough Bluffs Hill. I heard it's one of the only hills in and around Toronto that's actually worthwhile. And the reason is because I'm leaving soon to do some traveling in Asia. Hopefully I'm going to take my bike with me. And the thing that we don't have here is terrain, especially hills. So I've been actively looking to do some hills in and around Toronto. So I heard this one is pretty big, or something that's actually formidable, I guess. So we're just gonna bike out there, try the hill, and while we're there we're gonna also do the Doris McCarthy Trail and then come back home. So let's go. Honestly, biking in Toronto, I don't really care about the cars as much as these intersections here. I feel like there's a lot of people biking for the first time and a lot of people not following the rules like this guy. And you always run into cyclists that are not looking to see where you're going. And the last time I had a carbon bike, the only time I had a crash was just right over there. And it was because somebody was biking. They were on their phone taking a selfie. They weren't looking where they were going and just crashed right into me. And the top tube was cracked and my bike was pretty much useless at that point. So really, I'm more afraid of these errant cyclists like this guy, more so than cars, to be honest with you. And this intersection is notorious for people not following the rules. And the next one by the ferry as well, people just go willy-nilly and all over. So you got to sort of keep your eyes about you, your wits about you. Otherwise, there's a pretty good chance you're going to run into something or someone. Here we go. This is our first hill of the day. It is going up Beach Avenue from Ashbridges Bay onto Queen. I've been trying my best to find hills or inclines all summer. So to be honest, this used to be really hard for me, but nowadays it's relatively easy. Okay, now we're on to the second climb. This is the good old Fallingbrook climb, which I've done many times before. And I used to be exhausted by the time I got to that stop sign. But the thing with this climb is that the stop sign, there's a little bit of a descent, and then it rises sharply up to Kingston Road. Once again, compared to other places, this is nothing. So just got to do it. We just passed the stop sign. We get a little bit of a reprieve, and then we got to go up a little tiny short incline up. Once again, that hill used to destroy me, but I've sort of learned now that, you know, before when a hill comes around, I would try my hardest just to finish it. But now I pace myself, because I know wherever I go, those hills are going to be longer. So it's really important to keep a good pace, keep an eye out on your power, make sure you're in the right gearing. And it's all about going up the hill really and not stopping, at least for me. Or even if you stop, being able to get back on and finish it. So, like I said, that hill used to win me. I used to get up there to the stop sign and just I needed to rest. Nowadays, I can go up that hill. I can even talk to you, which is a plus. And mind you, I am not in any form an athlete. As a matter of fact, I'm way out of shape, way overweight, but I love cycling. And lately, I love hills. Something that I've learned to embrace. And I find, even when I've done a couple of Grand Fondos and such, I am not fast on the flats, but in the hills, just because I've been practicing, I'm able to keep pace and overall gain some of that distance from others. So yeah, if you have a chance, do some hill climbs. Matter of fact, after doing hill climbs, when you go on the flats, you'll feel so much stronger. Okay, we're done. On to Kingston Road. Now, I've done this little hill before, and just right here it kicks up, and I don't know, it's 9%. So I'm trying to do this while sitting down, because 9% is a lot for me. 12, it's 12%, 15, boy, 16. Okay, that's it. I can't sit down to do that anymore. So, standing up it is. $17. Yeah. 18. Okay. That little monster hill. Is it a hill? Uphill. That is done. About to continue on the waterfront trail. Okay, I found the path. I've never gone through here before. I've always sort of gone up the street and around. This is a gravel path and it's somehow supposed to connect me onto Kingston. I do have gravel tires, so might as well try it out. Okay, I really hope this path leads me somewhere. But look at this. You can sort of see into the valley. And I'm sort of hugging the valley around, I guess. And somehow I'm going to connect over there and go down into the Bluffers Park. Let's see. So, if anyone is wondering where that path is, it is right through there. So if anyone is going from the east to west and want to take that path down to the waterfront trail, what you're looking for is this gate and that sign that says Bluffers Park Gatehouse. So once you go through that little path, you're going to see you make a slight right and that will take you down into the gravel path, and it will take you all the way down to that small hill and then onto the waterfront trail. So we made it to Guildwood Park, and I really wanted to check it out because I went to high school down here, but I've never been to the Guild. I didn't realize it's actually a really well manicured, well kept park with a bunch of Greek inspired statues. I gotta go home and do my homework as to why, but it's definitely cool. I don't even know what this is. It's supposed to be like a banquet hall, wedding hall. It might be. because it seems like the perfect place to do that type of stuff. Okay, so I've made it down to the Doris McCarthy Trail. What I want to do is go towards right to the end, finish up there, and then go back this way all the way to Bluffers. Now I came down a little bit of a downhill there that was just bone shattering, so it's going to be interesting going up that hill. I think I even got a headache from that hill. But yeah, I'm just going to keep going all the way to the end there. So here we are. This is pretty much the end of Doris McCarthy Trail. Just ended right there, and I did a little detour to get down to the beach. And yeah, I'm almost on my ride. All I need to do now is turn around and go back up Doris McCarthy Trail to Bluffers Park, and then the Brimley Hill to Scarborough GO Station, and then I'm taking the GO train back. Didn't really feel like biking all the way downtown, especially since it became overcast. Weather determines the way I bike, to be honest with you. If it's nice weather, then I'm want to keep biking. Once the weather gets a little bit bad, I'm done. But I feel like I've already done pretty good today. Look at this. Looks like somebody grounded their boats on the rocks there. And it's just there. Guess no one wants to salvage it. I wonder how these things work. Do they get charged? Do they get to pay a fine? I don't know. That's crazy. Seems to be a lot wetter. There's a lot of these little puddles everywhere. Oh, there's one more. So we have a bit of a problem. When I put the map in Komoot said that I could follow Doris McCarthy Trail all the way to Bluffers Park, but that does not look like a trail. So for a second, I thought maybe I'll just walk around the beach, get to Bluffers Park and continue. But there's places over there where the water is right to the edge, and I have no idea how deep it is. So this might be one of those misadventure days where I might have to just turn around, go back, and there is a Doris McCarthy Trail that goes uphill all the way to Kingston Road. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that uphill to Kingston Road and then either go to Eglinton Station or Guildwood Station, and I'm going to call it a day for now. Alright, so I'm going to do a voiceover here because I was a hot mess. I was trying to get back out of the trail and onto a main road. So I'm just backtracking to the Doris McCarthy Trail exit onto Bellhaven Crescent. I did do the whole hill and I did record it, but I've sped it up here so you don't have to endure watching me go up that hill, and I don't have to endure watching me go up that hill. So enjoy. Oh my god, I can't believe I made it up the hill. So I know we were going to do the Bluffs, Brimley Hill, but little slight misadventure. I had to turn around and go back up the Doris McCarthy Trail Hill here. And I'd argue this one is a lot harder than the Brimley Hill, only because it's not paved. You have to fight with the incline coming all the way up. I would think it's almost the same length because you're going from the bottom of the bluffs all the way to Kingston Road, or almost to Kingston Road. And the ground is just loose. So at times it was like 15-16% gradient. And when you put the power down, the wheel was just slipping because it was not catching on anything. So something to keep in mind, but I did it. I'm happy. I'm gonna end my adventure here. I'm gonna go catch the train at Eglinton Go and then go back downtown. I am gonna try to post more of my adventures / misadventures, especially when I'm traveling. So thanks for following me along. Thanks for watching. And yeah, see you soon.